Okay, so one more little video before I start my day because I need to start my online job. But earlier I thought we've got to stop looking at people and deciding who we want them to be, but rather listen to who they are so we can learn who we need to be around and who we don't need to be around. Because obviously we all have high hopes, right? We've got just want to believe that there's good in everybody, and there is in everybody. Some people just have it tucked way, way down, and they don't function from that aspect of themselves. A lot of people wear a mask. So when it comes down to interacting with people, like I said, start letting them show you who they are versus who you want them to be. Because for years, I stayed in a relationship because I wanted to see him a certain way. And instead of accepting the reality earlier on, it could have saved a lot of grief. It could have saved a lot of heartache. But I have to look on the backside of this and say, okay, but I wouldn't have my children. I wouldn't have learned the life lessons. I wouldn't have become stronger in who I am as a person. But understandably, and that word but, I've always taught my kids, erases everything you just said. So anyways, on this concept, I have blessings that came from this, but that's also from persevering through that darkness, that hardship in my life. But if you can see it sooner, you can actually get out of a situation that you're going to have to heal from and kind of just get going back on your good foot, right? Get back on the path that you need to be on, because we have multitudes of lessons to learn. Undoubtedly, we've all been damaged, traumatized, hurt. A lot of people have been scorned to where they're bitter and they are vengeful. So these are the people, in a sense, I'm talking about. Let them show you who they are versus who you want them to be, because these are the kind of people that will manipulate a situation, stab you in the back, talk about you behind your back, try to steal your thunder. I always call them thunder thieves, because it's kind of like you're the one that should get the recognition, right? You're shaking things up. You're bringing ideas to the table. You are the game changer. But you better bet there's somebody that's like, I get you while you're slipping, and guess what? You're going to feel stupid trying to gain your glory after I stole it from you. So just pay attention to people's behavior. Listen to the words that they speak, because they will tell on themselves. People always love to talk, especially about themselves. So if you'll start listening to what they're saying, you're going to learn something. Shoot, you might even learn something about yourself. So when it comes down to it, like I said, stop wanting them to be a certain way and waiting for them to be that way, because most people aren't going to change, especially if you accept their behavior right off the bat. Because when it comes to toxic people, they're going to push your boundaries as far as they can to see what they can get away with you. Because the more they can get away with you, the more they're going to open arms and embrace you, until you start finding that courage and be like, no, I'm not going to accept that. But you have to understand, when you've paved the way for easiness for them and you've been a doormat, when you try to stand up, now they might get a lot more aggressive. And this is where people become more violent, and they start picking at you emotionally and mentally more to tear you back down to the place that they liked you to be at. No boundaries. A doormat. Their plaything, right? So instead of allowing people to keep poking at you, and that poking and provoking, and getting you to step outside of your character, maintain your composure. Step away from it, because the only thing you're doing is giving them a delusional idea of what you're willing to accept. And then once you accept that and you try to change that, now you have to fight your way out of a situation. And this is better to learn this sooner than to have children with somebody that is going to eventually become more aggressive, because now you have to co-parent with these people if you're not as lucky as I am. And it's funny, I'd say that their dad disappearing and not wanting to co-parent is actually very lucky for me and for my children, because it's allowed them the space they need to heal. Sure, in the beginning it was really crummy, We were abandoned is how we felt. We were thrown to the wolves. And now, I mean, I read something yesterday. You threw me to the wolves. Poor wolves. And that's kind of how it's become for me. Because I am naturally the leader of the pack. I am naturally, anything you can do, I can do better. Do you know why? Because I'm going to try. It's very simple. You can either sit back and talk and all day long, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. When someone finally goes, prove it. Show me. What? No, I'm busy right now. Or, oh, no. This is where you start finding these toxic people that are putting on a front. They're wearing a mask. So instead of saying, oh, well, yeah, they are busy, or, oh, their back hurts, or whatever, making excuses for them. Stop making excuses for people. People are showing you exactly who they are. So allow them to show you. Accept it. Choose who you're going to push aside. Choose who you're going to walk and enjoy the ride of life with. Because you will begin to attract better individuals as you learn to stand up taller. Have faith in yourself. Understand that you are the most intelligent individual in your world. You know what's best for you. You know what you put in your body and how it reacts. Someone else is not going to have the same experience. So don't look for others to give you a greater understanding of the life that you're living for yourself. So I know it was kind of like a hodgepodge of things, but ultimately the whole lesson I wanted to share was allow others to show you who they are, because they will. And accept the truth for what it is. It's got nothing to do with you. But I'm going to start my day and get working on my other job. So peace, love, and light. Bye-bye.